We will start in easy seated position. So Sukhasana. Just as I'm seated now, maybe your legs are crossed if that's comfortable for you. Eyes are closed, or just gently lower your gaze. Just be on the tip of your nose. Find length through the spine. Reach the crown of head towards the ceiling. And just begin to turn your focus inward here, letting go of anything else that's been going on throughout the day or what's coming later in the day. See if you can focus on the breath and use that as a way to quiet the chatter in the mind. Constant chatter, constantly running. See if you can notice thoughts that enter and just bring your awareness back to your breath. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Shoulder blades drawing together. And with your eyes closed, maybe begin just to roll the shoulders backwards. So kind of draw them forward, up and back and down. And go nice and slow. Hands just resting gently on the knees. Release any tension in the shoulder and neck here. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. Take the roll forward. Moving with your breath here. And then when that comes to a close for you, we'll reach our right arm up and bring the palm of your hand to your upper back. So your elbow is pointing up towards the ceiling. Again, create that length through the spine. So sitting up nice and tall, drawing the head back just ever so slightly, getting rid of that text neck here. And then maybe we'll do cow face arms. So left hand comes up and gently reaches for the right elbow. See if you can keep the crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling versus tucking chin to chest. And maybe this feels good for you here. If you feel like you need or have a little bit more room for flexibility, you can move into a bind from here. So left hand maybe reaches around and back, and then you can clasp the fingers behind the back. So I'll turn around. You can see what that may look like. Depending on the openness of your shoulders here, maybe the fingers just touch, maybe they reach towards each other, maybe you can totally interlace your hands here. So just moving comfortably and safely within your abilities. And keep the breath moving there. Deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And at the end of that cycle of breath, go ahead and take it to the other side. So this time, left elbow towards the ceiling, and then maybe right hand reaches and gently pulls towards that left elbow. Maybe that feels good here. Again, if you feel like you need a little bit more, go for the bind. Never forcing anything, just going where your body allows you and knowing that it may be different from one side versus the other. It is for me. Keeping the length through the spine here. Full inhale. And then full exhale. Slowly unwind wherever you were. And then we'll roll forward into a tabletop position from here. Shoulders stacked over the wrists, hips stacked over the knees. And then run through your cow-cat cycles here. So inhale, belly drops, tailbone and gaze lifts. Moving nice and slow, and then exhale, round the spine. Tuck chin to chest, eyes to thighs. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Moving at your own breath, one more cycle. Exhale, cat. And then once you've reached the end of that cat-cow cycle, we'll go ahead and keep the tops of your feet against the mat and see if you can lift your knees to hover off the mat about 1 inch here. So this is hovering table. Engage the core here, pushing firmly through the palms of your hands, shoulders still stacked over your wrists. And you should start to feel some fire begin to burn here. And just keep the breath moving. And at the end of your next exhalation, we'll go ahead and send our feet back for a high plank. And then from here, inhale, exhale, right knee taps right elbow. Exhale, take it back. Left knee, left elbow. Exhale. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, take it to the left. So just keep going from right to left. Knee tapping elbow. Maybe if you want more core work, see if you can focus on trying to touch your triceps. Back and forth, moving with your breath. Getting some core work early on in the practice today. One more round, both sides. And then from there, go ahead and send your hips high for downward facing dog. Fingers spread wide. Create that upside down V. See if you can tilt your pelvis and send your tailbone 1 inch higher. Maybe pedal out the feet here. Maybe rise to the tippy toes and then lower the heels. Take 2 full cycles of breath here. Maybe you find stillness. Maybe you need movement. And once you've finished your last round of breath, we'll bend the knees deeply, chest goes towards the thighs, gaze between your hands, and step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, shoulder blades draw together. Exhale, fold. Inhale again, flat back, pushing the palms of your hands against your shins, or maybe if you have the flexibility, you can keep the hands on the mat, whichever is best for you. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, get long, and exhale, fold. Inhale, arms sweep skyward, hands touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll go through one round of sun salutation A here. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into high plank. Inhale, shift forward to prepared, coming on your tippy toes. And then exhale, lower down, halfway chaturanga, elbows come into the rib cage. Inhale, broaden through the collarbones, upward facing dog. And exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Take a moment here, breathe in, and breathe out. Gaze between the hands, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach skyward. And exhale, bring it to the heart. Inhale, sit down into your chair from here. So big toes can either be touching and heels slightly apart, or if you need a little bit more stability, feet hips distance apart. Reach your arms up, shoulders down away from the ears. Tuck your tailbone under, so try to take out any arch in the back here. Breathe here. See if you can sink down a little bit lower. And then we'll shift our weight into our left foot, eagle on the right. So right leg over, right arm under. Taking whatever variation you need with your hands, maybe hugging yourself, back of the hands together, or maybe palms together. Draw the knees to midline, length through the spine. Inhale, reach the elbows up higher at shoulder height. Exhale, elbows tap the knees. Inhale, rise back up for eagle. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch one last time. Find your drishti, your focal point. Inhale, lift. And then on your exhale, open up for one-legged mountain pose. So arms reaching high, right leg is lifted, right toes are flexed. Inhale, exhale, take the right foot back for crescent warrior. Deepen in the left knee, you're up on the balls, ball of the feet on the right side. Breathe here. And then we'll interlace our hands behind our back. Stretch your chest and heart open from here. And then we'll open up to our right side for warrior two. Gaze is over the left middle finger. Find your stance here. Strength through the arms. Torso stacked over the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior, and we'll do the cow arms that we did earlier at the start of practice today. So left elbow to the sky. Right hand reaches for left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, back to warrior two. And then from here, we'll cartwheel our hands down to frame the left foot, and right leg goes high for standing splits. Hips are square towards the mat. Hands maybe walk closer to left foot. See if you can bring your forehead or crown of head down towards the mat. Breathe here. And then right foot comes down to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back into high plank. And then option to flow through a vinyasa here or meet us in down dog. Moving with your breath. From down dog. Gaze between the hands, step or hop to the front of the mat. And inhale, chair pose. Squeezing the inner thighs together, shoulders down, relaxed from the ears. Inhale. And then exhale, eagle for the left. So left leg over, left arm under. Reach the elbows higher, shoulder height. Draw the knees to midline. Inhale, and then exhale, elbows tap the knees. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. If you fall, it's okay. Get back into it. Inhale as you lift, unwind the legs, one-legged mountain. And exhale, step it back for crescent pose. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come to clasp behind the back. Draw the hand packet down towards the floor and reach the chest open. Inhale. Exhale, open to your left for warrior two, other side. Gaze over the right middle finger. Inhale. See if you can draw the right knee stacked over the right ankle, or maybe a little bit behind, not ahead of it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior with those cow face arms. Right elbow to the sky. Left hand grabs right elbow. Feel the side stretch on the right side body. And then exhale back to your warrior two. Hands come down to frame the right foot and send the left leg high for standing split. Inhale here. Square the hips. Energy radiating through the left toes. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and then step back into your high plank. Option to flow through a vinyasa or straight to down dog. You can always swap out down dog for child's pose. So take everything that I call as a suggestion, not an obligation. Keep the breath moving. And then from here, we'll step right foot forward, left foot pivots down for warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, hands clasp behind the back. Reach the chest forward. And then exhale, humble warrior. Lower the chest inside the right knee. Gaze at the left foot. From here. Inhale, back up to warrior one. Hands clasp behind the back. And then we're gonna push off the left toes for warrior three. Find your drishti. Hands go behind your back. Left toes pointing towards the floor. Option to bend the left knee and see if you can cup the left foot with the hands for a modified dancer pose here. And then from wherever you are, release the foot. And then we'll find a forward fold here. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Again, option to flow through a vinyasa here or meet us in down dog. Moving with your breath. Sorry about that. And then from here, left foot steps forward. Right foot pivots down for warrior one. Reach the arms high as you inhale. And then exhale, hands clasp behind the back. Reach and shine the chest forward. And then find your humble warrior. I think I'm on the wrong leg, so you guys are probably correct where you're at. So torso lowers inside the left knee. Hands reach over the head. Inhale from here. See if you can lift. Keep your hands clasped behind your back. Pivot on the right toes and push forward to find your warrior three. Hands still clasped behind the back. Right toes flexing towards the earth. Stay here if that feels good. If you want an increased challenge, bend the right knee and see if you can grab the right foot and gently lift the torso for dancer pose. Wherever you are, right foot comes down to meet the left, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Option to flow through vinyasa here or meet us in down dog. Where's the breath? From down dog, inhale, step forward to the front of your mat. And then we'll heel toe our feet out as wide as the mat. Heels are in, toes are out, and sink down for your yogi squat or malasana. Using the elbows to push the knees apart, creating length through the spine here. And stay here if you like, or if you want to do a little bit more shoulder opening, you can find a bind, either a half bind or whole. So right hand comes down to the mat, left hand reaches up, or maybe you find the bind here. So left hand comes behind the low back, and maybe the right hand can reach and either reach towards the fingers, or maybe you can interlace the fingers. Whichever option feels good and safe to you. Find it and stay there. And then at the end of that exhalation, we'll take it to the other side. So left hand comes down to the floor, right arm reaches up. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you take the half bind, right hand behind low back. Or maybe you take the full bind and left hand reaches and finds right hand. Breathe here. At the end of that exhalation, slowly unwind, and then you can plop back onto your seats. Bring the soles of the feet together for bound angle. Draw the heels in as close as is comfortable for you. It's easier if you send the heels farther away if you have a lot of tightness in the hips. So find the distance that works for you. Length through the spine as you inhale. And then exhale, find your forward fold. So again, maybe you use the elbows to kind of give you some resistance and push against the knees or the shins. Maybe you clasp your feet and hold them together. Or maybe you reach your arms out long. So whatever works for you. Come back to your breath. And then wherever you are, slowly make your way back up. Swing the legs around and find your way onto your bellies. We'll move into a shoulder pigeon here. So we're doing a lot of shoulder openings today. Since we're all sitting at desks and computers a lot, maybe more than usual. So it should feel good to open up. So you come down onto your belly. We'll start with our right hand. Place your right palm underneath the right shoulder. And then we'll roll over to our right side. So begin to roll onto your right hip and then send the left leg up and over. And maybe the foot finds the floor behind your right knee. Right arm or left arm reaches out. I messed that up, guys. So I'm gonna have you reach the right arm out, left hand underneath left shoulder. That's better. My excuse is I'm not feeling so good today. Yeah, so now you should feel the right shoulder stretch. And then slowly make your way back to your belly, and we'll take it to the other side. This time, right palm underneath right shoulder. Left arm reaches out to the left side. Your palm is at eye level. And then we'll slowly roll to our left. So this time, right leg goes behind. Maybe right foot comes behind left knee. I can feel that in my left shoulder. And breathe here. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly come back to center. Roll onto your bellies. And then push your way up and back. Make your way into a bridge pose from here. So heels walk in towards the seat, forearms and palms towards the mat. And then use the quads and the push against your feet to the mat to lift the hips up high. Try not to engage the glutes here. And if you feel, again, that you need a little bit more shoulder release, maybe reach the arms up overhead. Just a little variation of bridge there. See if you can lift the hips 1 inch higher. Zip the knees in towards each other. Try not to let them splay out. Rise up onto your tippy toes, and then moving one vertebrae at a time like a whip, lower everything down to the mat. Tailbone is the last to touch. Draw knees to chest from there. Maybe rock from side to side. Send the knees out a little bit farther and rock from side to side. So finding the lowest portion of your spine there. And then from knees into chest, inhale and exhale. Send the knees across the body, twist. So knees fall to your right. Gaze is either up towards the ceiling or over the left shoulder. Left shoulder remains in contact with the mat. So come out of the twist a little if you need to. Inhale, knees come back to center. Exhale, other side. Knees to the left, gaze to the right. Notice if right shoulder lifts away from the earth, what can you do to bring it lower? Inhale, knees come back to chest. And exhale, find your way into corpse pose, our final pose of the practice today. If they're not already, allow the eyes to lower. Maybe the feet splay out to the sides. Palms facing up if you want to receive. Palms facing down if you feel that you need grounding today. Take any movement that you need to make yourself 5 to 10% more comfortable. Starting from the crown of the head, do a scan of your body. Notice any tension and gently soften there. Work your way all the way down from the third eye to the jaw, to the shoulders, chest, back, belly, arms, soften, hips, legs, ankles, tops of the feet, sides of the feet, bottoms of the feet, and all 10 toes. Soften. Allow anything that doesn't serve you in this moment to seep through the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. Shavasana. And you're welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you like, as long as you're able to. So if you have the time, tune me out and stay in stillness. If you're ready to begin to invite small movement into the body, begin with the fingers and toes. And maybe stretch the body in opposite directions. Hands reach overhead, toes point. Deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, let it go. Hands draw to heart center. Allow the thumbs to connect with the chest. Take a moment here to express gratitude for yourself for showing up to practice today. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.